So in regards to blue matrix energetics and what happens to us genetically when we study the energy science of blue matrix, what it is really is evolution of the genetic molecules that we have, the double helix in our cells, to optimize its full possibilities for expression. So there's a lot of it. It's mostly hyperspace navigation, the fluidity of the cells to be able to navigate hyperspace, like the Andromedans are able to do with their spacecraft, where they fold space-time and fly, and they compress and wormhole through space, and their ships glow up and do this, and their bodies have to be able to do this. So they are non-solid at the time in a higher hyperspace, traveling, and then they rematerialize as they come down through the levels and disembark their spacecraft. They can fly out of it in as a light being as well, or they can, walk, or however they want to do it. So, so it is not just their race that has this ability genetically. It is all humanoid people who have been born of a mother, who have a basic structure and design for it, like we do, humanity does. So therefore, there have been teleportations recorded of humanity, spontaneous healings, miraculous occurrences. All that is the full expression of our genetic DNA double helix in the cells, in the whole cell, in the whole organism, navigating hyperspace and coming back to solid, slower space-time in moments. Ascension is when people are able to do it at will anytime and have transmuted their cells and nervous system, the brain that carries this program to the cells, it's brain and nervous system, where we have our own brain and nervous system that does this, not another's, because we're not here to create Siamese twins of engineering insta-masters who would be eating up their own old space-time unrealized, killing themselves and another's genetics, and reliant upon them for soul observance role as parent, which would also eat the space-time of the other entity, so it is predatory and unfriendly completely to be able to do this, which is why it is not recommended by any of us at the Matrix, and most people don't recommend it. Recommend study like the Olympic athlete. Build your bodies, not engineer off of other people. It's a difference between STEM, meiotic, repairing someone injured, and engineering from another information or adeptness, which has only palpitated people because they can't handle it. They've thrown up, gotten very sick. So it isn't really done with any kind of long-term success or benefit for either party. It's much easier to study the theories that we presented you that have been proven to help raise the vibration of the cells in the body, nervous system of the brain, to carry just exemplary genetic expression through the body and into your lives to be able to function more fully as adept energy science alchemists, really. Alchemists transforming cells to a higher, greater state. And it's not really, it is like a small mutation in a way, because when you take the whole body up and glow it, it stings. There's a sting from the nerves curling up the cells, so they're disappearing. It stings. So it's slightly traumatized, and then we disappear and come back, and it refills the biology with more powerful light and glow and vital good health, which I know it's been confusing because of some of the engagement with the extraterrestrials. Usually, under normal circumstances, you just sit up top and match the vibration that you are glowing in, whether you're reading a document or practicing matrix energetics Merkaba, for example, or whatever you're doing. With some of the realities that have been run, It is engaged us at times a little bit differently. So we don't want the public to be confused about what is going to happen to them if they study something like energy science and matrix energetics. And are they in fact going to become a mutant being? I'm not pretty sure, but I think that's a joke. Anyway, what you might in fact become mutated slightly to being able to carry higher bandwidth light, making you shine and just look radiantly healthy from using the quantum mind tech tools because of the trauma to the cells of the stinging action of the nerves carrying a higher voltage through the body. It teleports you 2 feet if you're running for the bus or SkyTrain or to your car, for example. You might have that type of a mutation, which is a very high benefit. And it isn't going to be any kind of other undesirable mutation like cancers, for example, you see? So I know there's groups that say, well, if you raise your energy too high and fast, it's not really good for you. It does not feel good if you're beginning to sting in the hand and it's disappearing for sure. However, the hand comes back vibrant, younger looking, and pretty good. So it isn't about feel good necessarily, but you will, when you come back after having teleported, be elated, feeling like you're just on cloud nine. Okay, so you can have it is basically there's a induction of slight fear, a glow, and a disturbance of the flesh, then coming back. That is like what I was telling you about a little bit about the nature of the role of the mutation in the cells along with genetic selection. It can also be applied to practices that are able to help you to have phenomenon. And I think after all the bumps and bruises we've had with ETs bumping and each other in the skies and us sometimes in the middle of it, I don't think anyone's going to complain about any slight side effects from the practice of advanced matrix energetics. To I'm I was born in 1965. I've never had any kind of facelift or anything. I'm not even wearing foundation. I don't really think that this is dangerous. Do you? You guys have a fantastic day.